St. Joseph College for Women, Autonomous, Vishakhapatnam. Welcome to St. Joseph's open web-based learning platform. So ye learn for a soulful and enriching e-learning experience. Department of Commerce and Management presents SMOKE, St. Joseph's massive open online course. I, Dr. K. Rajani, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, St. Joseph College for Women, Autonomous, Vishakhapatnam, presents Module 3, Plant Location and Layout. We already discussed the contents of Module 3 in previous videos. Now we are going to discuss about the last chapter, that is 3.4, the size of the business unit and optimal size. Chapter 3.4, Size of the business unit and optimum size. The contents of 3.4 is size of the business unit and optimum size. Learning outcomes of this chapter 3.4 is students will be able to comprehend the concept of size of the business unit and optimum size, why it is crucial for maximizing efficiency, productivity, and profitability. To understand how the availability of resources such as labor, material, technology affects business size decisions, to gain proficiency in allocating resources optimally to support business growth or contraction, to identify and mitigate risk associated with scaling operations such as overexpansion or underutilization of capacity, to acquire techniques for optimizing productivity and efficiency based on the size of the business unit, to know the strategies for managing costs effectively as the business scales. Let us introduce the size of the business unit. What is business unit? It is also known as strategic business unit. It is a distinct part of a company that operates as an independent entity but aligns with the overall business objectives of the organization. Each business unit is responsible for its own strategy, operations, performances, goals, objectives, while contributing to the largest goals of the parent company. A business unit is a semi autonomous division or a segment of a larger corporation tasked with managing its own resources, developing its own strategies, operating independently to achieve specific goals. The size of the business unit is very crucial factor that can impact its performance, efficiency, and overall competitiveness. Understanding the criteria for measuring the size of the business unit as well as the various factors that influence its size is essential for effective business planning and decision making. The characteristics of business unit. A business unit is a strategic business unit. It is a distinct part of an organization that operates semi-autonomous, focusing on a specific market or a product line. Here are some few characteristics of a business unit. Autonomy. Each business unit functions independently with its own management team responsible for operations, strategy, and performances. SBUs have the authority to make a decisions regarding their operations, marketing, resource allocation within the guidelines set by the parent company. And the next character is strategic focus. SBUs typically focus on specific markets, product lines, or customer segments, allowing for specialized strategies and operations. Each unit develops and implements strategies that align with its market conditions, competitive environment, and customer needs. And the next one is accountability. Each business unit is evaluated based on its performance merits such as revenue, profit margins, market share, and growth rates. And the next one is resource management. Each SBUs manage their own resources including personnel, budgets, assets, allowing for efficient and effective resource utilization. It also has a control over its budget and is responsible for financial planning and management. And the next one is alignment with the corporate goals. While operating independently, SBUs align their goals and strategies with the broader objective of the parent company. Here, SBUs receive support from the parent company in areas such as like financing, research, development, administrative, etc. So on other departments. And the next one is a competitive analysis. A SBUs conduct their own market research and competitive analysis to stay informed about industry trends and competitor activities. It can quickly adapt to changes in the market, technology, customer preferences, updated knowledge, update the employees in their organization, and artificial intelligence, robotics compete with the competitive dynamics. And the next one is the customer orientation. It often have a strong customer focus, tailoring products and services to meet the specific needs and preferences of their target market. Each unit develops and maintains a relationship with the customer, enhancing customer satisfaction and loyalty is very important to business units. And next one is flexibility and innovation. It had the flexibility to innovate and develop new products, services, and processes tailored to their specific market needs. Each unit can respond swiftly to market opportunities and threats, making them more agile and competitive. And the next one is competitive position. SBUs may develop their own brand identity within the framework of the parent company's brand that helps to establish a unique market position. Each unit focuses on differentiating its products or services from competitors to achieve a competitive advantage. And final one is the performance evaluation. The performance of each SBU is regularly assessed through performance reviews, audits, and other evaluation methods. Uh, the performance based incentives, rewards may be implemented to motivate the SBU management team and their employees in the organization. And it SBUs contribute to the overall success of the parent company while addressing the unique needs and opportunities of the specific market. The purpose of business unit. It focused strategy development. By creating distinct units, a company can focus on developing specialized strategies for different products, services, or markets. It helps addressing the unique challenge and opportunities within each segment. And next one is enhanced flexibility and responsiveness. It can quickly adopt the changes in the market, customer preferences, and the competitive dynamics, allowing for more a competitive decision making. It improves resource allocation. Resources such as capital, personal, technology can be allocated more efficiently within each business unit, ensuring that the most promising areas receive the necessary support, accountability, and performance management. With a clear objective and performance metrics, SBUs promote accountability and allow for more precise performance measurement and management. Factors affecting the size of the business unit. What are all the different factors that influence the size of the business? Here, few factors we discussed. One is market demand. What is market demand? The size of the business unit is heavily influenced by the demand for the products or services in the market. If there is a high demand, the business may need to scale up to meet that demand, resulting in a larger unit size. And the next one is production capacity. The production capacity of the business in terms of equipment, facilities, operations, workforce can also determine the optimal size of the business unit. Expanding the capacity often requires increasing the overall size of of the business unit. And the next one is financial resources. The availability of financial resources plays a major role to the SBUs. The resources such as capital, funding, access to credit, and transportation, supply of materials can limit or enable the growth of the business unit. Larger units often require more financial resources and the more financial backing to support their operations and expansions. And the last one is a competitive landscape. The size of the competitors and the market share can influence the size of the business. Companies may need to grow in the size to match or exceed the capabilities of their rivals and maintain a competitive edge. Here we discuss about the few advantages and disadvantages of business unit. Coming to advantages, the strategic focus. It allows for tailored strategies and better alignment with the market needs. And operational efficiency. It improves resource management and operational decision making. And the next one is market responsiveness. Enhances the ability to respond to market changes and customer demands. And the coming to challenges, here few challenges we mentioned here. One is the coordination issues. While you aligning everything into one platform, there is a need of coordination and cooperation among the people related internally as well as externally related to the organization. Ensuring alignment and coordination between SBUs and their corporate centers can be complex. And the next one is resource competition. Different SBUs may compete for limited resources within the organization. And the next one is complex managing multiple autonomous units requires effective leadership and communication. So these are all the few challenges and advantages we discussed here. Next, coming to next topic is introduction to optimum size. What is optimum size? Balancing. It optimum size in a business is referred as optimum firm size, pertains to the ideal scale at which a business or a business unit operates most efficiently and effectively, managing all the things, all the departments towards the organizational mission and vision. That is we call it as the optimum size, is a point at which business or business unit operates at peak efficiency. At this scale, the organization can fully leverage economies of scale while avoiding the pitfalls of diseconomies of scale. It refers to the scale of operations that allows company to maximize its efficiency, productivity and profitability. It is influenced by various factors including the industry, market demands and the company's strategic goals. This concept is very critical for ensuring that resources are utilized in a most effective manner, in the most productive way, and minimize the cost while maximizing outputs and improves overall performance. The optimum size in a business context is multifaceted, involving several dimensions that contribute to determining the ideal scale of operations. Importance of determining the optimal size. So determine the optimal size of a business unit is crucial for its success and long-term sustainability. The right size can help a company achieve economies of scale, improve operational efficiency, enhance its competitiveness in the market. Conversely, an oversized and undersized business unit can lead to diseconomies of scale, increased cost, and reduced profitability. Optimizing the size also allows for a better resource allocation, more effective decision making, and enhanced organizational profitability. Additionally, the optimal size of a business unit can have a significant impact on its market share, brand visibility, and overall strategic positioning. By carefully determining the right size, companies can ensure that they are able to respond effectively to changing market conditions and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Economies of scale and their impact on optimal sales. What do you mean by economies of scale? It refers to the more cost advantages that business can exploit by expanding their scale of operations. As a business grows larger, it can often achieve greater efficiency and reduced per unit cost. This has a significant impact on determining the optimal size of a business unit. Large business units are often able to benefit from economies of scale in areas such as procurement, manufacturing, distribution, allowing them to achieve higher profitability and competitiveness. It is more important to note that economies of scale are not limitless. As a business unit continues to grow, it may eventually encounter diseconomies of scale, where the benefits of increased size are offset by higher coordination cost, bureaucracy, and other inefficiency. So, finding the right balance between economies and diseconomies of scale is very crucial in determining the optimal size of a business unit. Factors like industry, market conditions, and the specific operational characteristics of business will also play a role in determining the optimum size of at point at which economies of scale are maximized and at the optimal size is achieved. Ongoing monitoring and adjustments of a business unit size is often necessary to ensure that the organization remains agile and responsive to changing market dynamics. Factors determine the optimal size of a business unit. There are few factors we mention here to determine the optimal size of a business unit. First one is market demand. Market demand is very important. If you have a demand for your product, you then only you can enhance your business in a different parts and across the world. So what optimal size of a business unit is largely driven by the market demand for its products or services. Companies must carefully analyze market trends, customer preferences, and industry growth to determine the ideal production capacity and resource allocation. Next, economies of scale. Achieving economies of scale is a key factor in determining the optimal size. As a business unit grows, it can benefit from reduced per unit cost through bulk purchasing, more efficient production, and better utilization of resources. Technological advancements. Technological innovations can significantly impact the optimal size of a business unit. Automation, digital transformation, and new production methods may allow smaller units to be more efficient and cost effective, shifting the optimal size. Next one is organizational structure. The optimal size is also influenced by the business unit's organizational structure and management capabilities. Factors such as span of control, decision making process, and the communication efficiency can determine the most effective size. Diseconomies of scale and their impact on optimal size. As a business unit grows in size, it can eventually experience a diseconomies of scale factors that lead to increased per unit cost, and decreased productivity. These diseconomies can have a significant impact on determining the optimal size of the business unit. So, what are those factors we'll see now? First one is managerial complexity. Larger organizations have often struggle with the coordination, communication, cooperation, and decision making that lead to inefficiencies and increased administrative cost. And the next one is diminishing operational efficiency. Larger scale can result in more complex logistics, supply chain, and production processes, making it harder to maintain optimal efficiency. And the next one, employee motivation and morale. In very large organization, employees may feel disconnected from the company's mission and less motivated. It leads to impacting the overall productivity. Identifying and mitigating these diseconomies of scale is crucial in determining the optimal size of a business unit, balancing their growth and profitability with operational efficiency and employee engagement. Technological advancements and their influence on optimal size. So, if you inculcate new technologies, upgrade with the new advancements in your business units, leads to enhancement of the optimal size. Technology advancements have significantly impacted the optimal size of a business unit. Innovations in automation, digital communications, and information processing have enabled smaller firms to achieve economies of scale previously enjoyed only by larger enterprises. Advances in robotics, artificial intelligence have reduced the need for large centralized production facilities. Distributed manufacturing and modular design allow for more agile localized operations. Meanwhile, cloud computing and remote collaboration tools facilitate efficient coordination across geographically dispersed teams and facilities. Market conditions and their role in optimal size determination. Optimal size of a business unit is heavily influenced by the prevailing market conditions. In highly competitive markets, smaller, more agile units may have an advantage in responding quickly to changing consumer preferences and market demands. Conversely, in markets with significant economies of scale, larger business units can benefit from their ability to leverage their resources and purchasing power to achieve greater efficiencies and cost advantages. The growth of market rates and the presence of competitors and the level of customer demand are all key factors that can shape the optimal size of a business unit. In emerging or rapidly growing markets, like for example, a large size may be advantageous to capture the market share and economies of scale. In mature or stagnant markets, a more streamlined, a customer focused approach with a smaller, more nimble business unit may be more operative. Additionally, the level of product or service differentiation in the market can also influence the optimal size. In highly commoditized markets, larger scale may be necessary to compete on cost, while in markets with a significant product or service differentiation, a smaller, more specialized business units may be better positioned to cater to the unique needs of the its target customers. Criteria for measuring business unit size. So, what are the different criteria that we consider to measure the size of the business unit? So, here we mentioned few. criteria, that is revenue, number of employees, and asset size. Revenue, the total amount of income generated by business unit from sale of products or services, is a key metric to measure its size. This reflects the overall scale and market research of the unit. Number of employees, the head count or number of people employed by the business unit indicates its operational capacity and manpower resources. This is a common proxy for the unit size and complexity. And asset size, the total value of the assets owned and controlled by the business unit, such as property, equipment, inventory, and cash, represents the scale of its operations and capital investments. If you manage all the resources in a proper manner, in an optimizing manner, so that you can achieve a better position in and sustain in the market. Optimal structure and its relation to optimal size. The organizational structure is a business unit plays a crucial role in determining its optimal size. A well designed organizational structure can enhance efficiency and effectiveness of a business unit, allowing it to operate at its optimal size. Factors such as the span of control, delegation of authority, and the degree of centralization, decentralization within the organization can impact the optimal size of a business unit. For instance, a highly centralized organization may benefit from economies of scale by operating at a larger scale size, as it can streamline decision making and reduce duplication of efforts. Conversely, a decentralized organization may thrive at a smaller size, as it allows for quicker responsiveness to local market conditions and more autonomy for individual units. The balance between centralization and decentralization is a key consideration in determining the optimal size of a business unit. Thank you.